Wow, you look fantastic.
Thank you. So do you.
Well, thank you. I have to just call attention to the shoes. They're too gorgeous to ignore. And speaking of looking gorgeous, your new album,
That's
Live
me.
at the Café Carlyle, comes out next week, right?
Yep, May 3rd. Mm-hmm.
But it was recorded a couple years ago?
It was. Okay, so this album is completely financed and everything by me.
So buy
it took a little while to put out. This is my third time at the Café Carlyle, and the first time I was there was when we recorded this album. So
a week from today,
you
start your next residency there.
Yep.
And you'll be there for 10 or 11 days?
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Great.
Yeah.
I hear that you're going to be concentrating on Rosemary Clooney songs.
Yes. Rosemary Clooney is one of my favorite singers, and if you don't know who she is, you will by the end of the show. And if you don't know who she is, then shame on you.
Tell the people who don't know in 1 or 2 sentences.
She's like the female Frank Sinatra. Like she's one of the greatest singers ever, and she covered every single song ever. Yeah. So she's great.
How did you narrow her catalog down to the numbers of hers you're going to be performing?
I just picked the ones that I liked singing and that I had personal connections to, so that it wasn't just like a tutorial in her life for the night. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about her, but it's my show and I'll be talking about me too. So, yeah.
And you will be performing some songs that are not Rosemary Clooney songs as well?
Yeah, I always sing stuff from Smash and yeah. So
Smash. Right. I remember that.
No.
Which songs from Smash?
I'll be doing Don't Forget Me, Second... No, I'm not doing Secondhand by Baby Green. I'm doing Moving the Line and Let Me Be Your Star.
Great.
Yeah.
Can't wait. And do you want to give us an idea of which Rosemary Clooney songs you're performing?
She covered everything. So I'm doing she does a really great arrangement of Everything's Coming Up Roses with this jazz quartet. So our band learned that arrangement, and she does this amazing song called "I Wish You Love." That it's the encore of the show. Spoiler alert, I have an encore. I'm just assuming everybody's gonna stay and clap and be like, oh my God, give us one more song. So that's the encore, and it's one of my favorite songs that she does. It's kind of a breakup song, but it's like a really lovely breakup song. Like, okay, I know that we can't be together, but I wish you love, I wish you happiness, I wish you all these things. It's a great goodbye song.
I know that it's hard because I want to talk so much about Noises Off.
You do? I'll talk about Noises Off.
But the thing is that I feel like it's mean because we can't send people to see it.
Well,
because it was limited run.
Too bad. You missed it. Yeah, it was a really limited run, yeah.
Yeah, so Megan starred in Noises Off on Broadway this season as the hilarious Brooke Ashton, and she wore a pink negligee for most of the show.
I wore no clothes, which was really fun. Mm-hmm.
Was it cold up there?
No, I was the only one that was at a normal temperature because they were all roasting in all of their clothes, and I'm like, I'm fine. Yeah.
I heard you got injured on the set a little bit.
We all got injured. I bruised my tailbone. I wrenched my neck. I had a vocal injury because of my neck injury. It was crazy. We were all covered in bruises by the end of it.
Are you relieved to be done? Are you missing it?
Yes, and yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a kind of a bittersweet ending because we were all battered and bruised, and but we had such a great time doing it at the same time. So,
well, you all looked great.
Thank you.
And the show's so funny.
It's
my abs
the perfect comedy. It's written perfectly.
I heard someone say once that the only thing wrong with Noises Off is that no other comedy will ever be as funny to you again.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Because it's so perfect.
Yeah, it's so smart.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're a mama.
I am.
Tell me about Viola.
Yeah, she is 1.5, and she's awesome. We took her to Disney World last week, and we didn't take her because we thought she'd think it was awesome. We were meeting family down there. We're like, she's only 1.5 years. Like, she's not gonna like this at all. And she lost her mind. Do you guys know that Mickey Mouse talks now?
Really?
Like, his mouth moves and he talks to you. Like when you go and have those meetings, you can meet the characters. he like sang to my daughter. She lost her mind. It was crazy.
I hope you took tons of pictures.
Oh my God, yeah, no,
and that
way
you'll
too
be
many
posting
pictures.
them publicly.
Oh my God, probably not. I don't like to put her
Yeah, I get that.
out there.
I get that, but
I get really weird about it. I'm one of the very few people that doesn't like to do it. I'm like, it's her image, and if she wants to put those out there when she's older, that's great, but I feel weird about putting her life out there.
From a fan perspective, I just want everything.
I know.
From a human perspective.
Well, my mom wants me to put it out there too. Like, people don't. I'm in a very small minority that gets a little. I just don't want her whole life to be on the internet without her consent. I don't know.
I like that.
Yeah.
I also like, though, that you and your husband put pictures up. Like, I love your holiday pictures.
Oh, we're so
you
stupid.
You guys post together.
We're so stupid. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the surprise marriage announcement? Because it was like one day you guys were just married and it was on Instagram.
Yeah, well, we were living out in Los Angeles, and we were actually flying on a plane when we decided we wanted to get married. It wasn't like this big, like, romantic gesture, where there was any kind of proposal. We were just talking. We were like, yeah, we should be married. We didn't want to be engaged. We didn't want a big wedding. We didn't want any of that stuff. And it kind of seemed weird that we were introducing each other as boyfriend and girlfriend. It didn't seem like, I don't know, it didn't seem right anymore. I don't know. And so I was filming a TV show out in Los Angeles, and I had a hiatus like 9 days from the day that we decided we were going to get married, and we were like,
that Sean Saves the World?
It was Sean Saves the World. Yeah, it was a short-lived program on NBC with Sean Hayes, and so we were like, well, why don't we go to Vegas? We both love Vegas. The Venetian is awesome, and they have these beautiful little chapels right in the hotel, and our wedding was much more beautiful than we expected, and we were kind of hoping for like a Dolly Parton impersonator to marry us or something, I don't know, but it was really gorgeous, and we called our family, our parents and our siblings, and we were like, this is happening in 10 days. If you want to come, we'll help you out, whatever, but if not, just know that we're getting married, and then we're going to tell everybody, because we just wanted it to be for us, and it was beautiful. Our reception was a PJ party in our suite. We ordered everybody's room service before we went downstairs to get married. So they were setting up everybody's food and the cake and everything. We're very classy people. And so when we were done with our ceremony, we came upstairs, everybody got in their pajamas, and we had a pajama party. It was perfect.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm also very glad you opened the door to talk about Dolly Parton.
Yes.
Because you will be forever associated with her because of
Amazing.
9 to 5, which is, I think, it was one of those shows that closed too soon on Broadway.
It's also a limited engagement, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I loved it, and I listened to it a lot.
The music's great. Dolly Parton wrote all of the music.
Right.
Yeah, and
You could have probably gotten the actual Dolly Parton to make an appearance at your wedding as opposed to an impersonator.
She's the most wonderful person in the world. I'm sure she would have, yeah.
Are you still
She
in touch with
emailed
her?
me, oddly, she emailed me the day of, and she was talking about, she sent me a really sweet email the day of. It had nothing to do with like us getting married or anything. Obviously, nobody knew, but yeah, it was really strange. She emailed the same day that we got married. Yeah.
So is Violet's next trip to an amusement park going to be Dollywood?
Maybe. I've never been to Dollywood. I hear some of my costumes are there.
Really?
Like in like a museum there or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like
I gotta go visit them. Yeah.
I want to go back to before 9 to 5 when you were on Broadway as Glinda.
Mm-hmm.
That happened pretty soon after you finished school, right?
Like immediately after I graduated college, I went into the Wicked Company as the Glinda standby for the woman who took over for Kristen Chenoweth. Oh, that's a lot of information. So Jennifer Laura Thompson is the genius that followed Kristen Chenoweth, and then I folled her.
So I was doing research for this interview, as I always do, and I put Megan Hilty in YouTube.
Oh, God.
And first of all, there's so much good stuff.
Oh, my God.
And
it's terrifying.
I think maybe my favorite was a guest appearance you made on Deal or No Deal as Glinda.
Yes.
Where you like presented a Wicked superfan.
Yeah.
Can you, I mean,
It was insane. I was out in Los Angeles doing Wicked. I did it out there for like 2 years, and they wanted to give away, I think it was like a musical episode or something. I don't remember. But they were giving away, it was a whole Wicked theme, and I was like a surprise. And so I went at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and they locked me in this room so that nobody would see. Nobody knew who I was or what I was. Nobody cared, but they like were keeping me on lockdown all day, all morning, and we were watching the show. And I remember going out there, and the stage was all clear plastic with lights underneath, and I'm in this huge ball gown.
Full costume.
Oh my God, yeah. But one of my dear friends, Matt Cuson, who's my music director for Café Carlyle and all of our concerts, his wife is one of those models, the Deal or No Deal models, and I met her at that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird coincidence.
I know one of the models. Yeah, is what I'm saying.
Will she be at your Café Carlyle show?
She will, yeah, because Matt will be there. Yeah.
Come to the show, and you can meet a Deal or No Deal model.
I know, she's gorgeous, clearly. Yeah.
I also saw a beautiful photo shoot you did for the Broadway Style Guide.
They did a great job. Yeah.
So everybody check that out. Gorgeous ball gowns. And
yeah, lots of glamour that I'm not used to. I reposted one of their shots that they took because I saw it and I was like, oh my God, who's that? That's not me. I think I said something like I'm normally covered in toddler slime and just dog hair. But for one afternoon, I got to be like super glamorous with Broadway style. They were awesome.
Speaking of glamour, I want to skip back to Smash. Marilyn Monroe, obviously one of the most glamorous celebrities of all time. How was it getting into her shoes on a regular basis?
Horrifying, because I mean, like, there's no way that you can ever actually capture her essence. There's just no way. And so I made it easier on myself by saying, oh, you're not playing Marilyn. Ivy Lynn is playing Marilyn. So you've got this like barrier in between you and Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, but the whole time that we were filming that, I was constantly reading about her life and watching her interviews online, because I thought those were more telling than I don't know, other appearances and stuff. Because she was a very, very smart woman, and she was incredibly smart to create the character and that persona, which is why I wanted to watch the interviews, because you could see the wheels turning in her head, how to cleverly answer all of the questions she was being asked. Anyway, I was constantly like reading or watching her while we were filming it, just so that I had some kind of like essence of her in the back of my mind. Even though I knew I would never be able to really capture it, I just wanted to, like, I don't know, at least do some work at it.
Well, the work was clear. I mean, you captured Ivy so perfectly, and Ivy captured Marilyn so well. But one of my favorite things about that role, and actually I think Noises Off was a perfect example of this too, was that you are, while you're known as being an actress and a singer, you are so funny.
Oh, thank you.
And I love getting the opportunity to see your humor come through. In fact, speaking of that YouTube hole that I fell down, I want to find out if there's any return in sight of the Megan Show, which is the variety show you did with Shoshana Bean.
Is that on YouTube too?
Yes.
Oh my God.
If you guys don't know Shoshana Bean, you are missing out, by the way.
She's amazing. Yeah, did you see the drunk musicals that we did too?
No, but where can I find them?
Yeah, no, because she came up with this great idea of, you know how there's drunk history where people get drunk and they recount a historical event and then they reenact it. So she was like, well, why don't we do that with musicals? Brilliant. So we did it with Wicked, and me and Eden Espinosa went and played Glinda and Elphaba. It's so silly, and I think we only had enough time to do part 1 of it, and everybody's asking us about part 2. I think we're gonna do that soon.
So what, you just like did a bunch of shots and then told the story of?
She did. She got drunk, and she told the story of Wicked, and me and Eden
and you acted it out.
Sorry, that was not clear of me. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Insane. It's insane. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about Café Carlyle. We've talked about Smash. We've
Yep.
talked about Wicked. We talked about Deal or No Deal.
We've covered a lot of ground,
Talked
yeah.
about Viola and your hot husband.
Yes, Brian Gallagher.
What else is on the horizon for you?
Well, I'm on The Good Wife right now.
Right.
I did the last 3 episodes of the series. I thought it was just going to be 1 episode, and then here I am doing like in the series finale, and I play a ballistics expert.
Love it.
My nightmare. I had so many huge words that I had to memorize. It was awful, but wonderful. I was so grateful for it. But I was like, really, I have to say that and actually sound like I know what I'm talking about? Oh,
That's called acting.
I know, but I'm not a professional. I just I like doing the goofy things.
Was it you or Matt Morrison who posted the Glee versus Smash photo from the set?
Matt did, yeah.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Is there a rivalry? I know there was like some Glee versus Smash fan.
I think there was fan stuff there,
But-
but there was never stuff between the shows that I knew about.
Do you two ever break into song on the set?
No, we didn't.
Boo.
We didn't have enough time. I was going over my lines.
Yeah.
Those big words. Oh.
Do you remember any of them?
No, I might give something away.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like, I can't
Ballistics
talk about
coming
like,
out.
yeah, it's so crazy. Who knows? Yeah,
Well,
yeah. But I did that, and the Good Wife creators went on to make a new show called Brain Dead, and I'm a recurring character on that too. I play a right-wing news reporter. So I report a lot of news, and
is this like in the vein of the sort of like the Fox News, like busty blonde
I-
anchor woman?
It's not. That's not what it says in the script, but I am very well put together in this show. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's great. Do you work with any charities or nonprofits that you want to talk about?
Sure. I mean, I just attended the ASPCA 150-year like birthday celebration. I am such a huge supporter of theirs. I just think they do amazing work. And the Sunshine Kids, which is a really great organization that a friend of mine, G.W. Bailey, helped create for kids with cancer, and he takes them from all over the country. He gives them really cool experiences in New York and New Orleans and LA and stuff, and takes them on TV sets and to the beach and like doing really great things.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Cool. And how nice for them to have you on board as like a
Oh, I just think they're doing
like an
amazing
unofficial
work. Yeah.
spokesperson. Cool. Well, I think we have time for a few questions from the audience if you're up for it.
Sure. Yeah.
Anybody got questions?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Congratulations. Amazing work.
Thank
Love
you.
it. So if you had to so you've hit some really amazing people like Dolly Parton, Rosemary Clooney. You're working on all these amazing musical giants. If there was something that you could choose, like to capture the essence of, like the Material Girl, or I don't know, what would you think of?
I don't know, because I've made a career out of like taking things that other iconic blonde women have already made super famous, and I'm dumb enough to tackle them and try to make it my own. I don't know who else I don't know who else I could put on that list. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. I should probably stop doing it.
No, you should not. Never stop. We
I
need
did
more.
do a reading of the Tammy Faye Baker musical earlier, which was really cool. So maybe that's next. I don't know.
I love it. I think we have time for one more.
Hey Megan, how you doing? Big
Hi.
fan of your talent.
Thank you.
My question for you is, what is the biggest obstacle did you have when putting together a live album?
Oh, putting it together myself. Oh, there was a lot of unexpected things that I learned along the way. I think it's really, really important to give people credit for what they've done. So really making sure that all of the publishing companies are credited and all of the writers are credited appropriately. I knew nothing about that before going into this. and it costs a lot of money. It's just money everywhere for things that you wouldn't even expect. So those are two things that took a lot of time.
Well, hopefully you will sell a bazillion copies,
We'll
cover
see.
those costs
Yeah.
and more.
Yeah.
The album cover looks beautiful. I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to hear it. Live at the Café Carlyle, Megan Hilty's new album, which will be released to coincide with her new residency, which starts a week from today at the Café Carlyle here in New York City.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Megan.
Thank you so much.